So here's the deal. If you missed it, my man Safaree Samuels slayed his interview with Wendy Williams. He even brought that Ewok some goddamn flowers. I was like, wait a minute, Jesus. Did you bring Wendy Biggerfoot Williams some flowers? I thought that heifer was about to start eating them flowers, Jesus. I was like, you know damn well you can't bring flowers to animals. Where's she gonna put them? Heifer grabbed them in her hoofs and said thank you. But anyways, you know, this is why we love Safaree. Safaree did not throw Nicki Minaj under the bus. He did not fall for the tricks of the media. Wendy Williams thought that she was going to get him to say something juicy so that the heifers in the audience would get some quote-unquote life, as they call it. You know, all that negative energy, all that psychic vampirism, energy vampires, trying to suck up the negativity. Safaree didn't fall for it. He didn't give them what they wanted. He kept it classy. He kept it mature. He kept it smooth. But here's what he had to say on Twitter. Safaree said, it's crazy. You can devote your life to help build someone, then after the fact, that same person tries to block everything you do. #life. He said this on March 7th of 2017. Now, what else happened that day? Well, just today as I'm recording this. The same day he did the interview with Wendy Williams, and I watched the interview. I got to post it on my blog. I'm going to post it on this particular article. If you don't see it there, if anybody visited my blog, for example, you're like, well, I didn't see it there, just remind me in the comments and I'll post later. But it's on YouTube. And basically, in the interview, he said that Nicki Minaj's people, like behind the scenes, tried to block his interview with Wendy Williams. Here's the thing, though. From what I can remember over the years, I've never heard Safaree badmouth Nicki Minaj. Hell, Wendy was throwing a lot of bait at him. She brought up Meek Mill. She brought up Remy Ma versus Nicki Minaj. She brought up a lot of stuff that he could have fallen into the negativity for or whatever, but he didn't do that. You know? I'm telling you, the way he handled it was so smooth. He took his time and really thought about the things that he was going to say. Like, nah, let me be careful with this. You know? They talked about the lawsuit that he had at one point. I think he dropped it for now, but it may pick up later because he wants to be compensated, you know, for the work that he did with her in the studio, because he was never really fully financially compensated to his personal satisfaction. See me being careful with my words, you know, because legally you have to be careful how you speak about people, you know. So that's why a lot of times I take my time in certain videos where I'm like, let me make sure that I word this the way that I need to, so that way it doesn't come back to haunt me later. You know, you got to be careful the way you talk about people sometimes. Unlike people on the internet who, you know, there's cyber stalking rules, cyber harassment rules, but I'm going to handle you trolls in the comment section a little later, because there's a lot of people that are going to find themselves in a huge world of trouble playing with the wrong person. But anyways, see y'all. I'm going to see a lot of y'all in court. Have fun for now. I have my fun later. But anyways, the point is this, though. The way that Safaree handled the Nicki Minaj situation, he handled it real smooth. And that's the way you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to throw your ex under the bus. A lot of people would have fallen for the bait, and they would have been like, oh, well, all publicity is good publicity. Yeah, that's until you end up getting sued for slander, or you say the wrong thing in general, and somebody starts talking that emotional distress stuff. Then it's like, oh, damn, I guess I shouldn't have said that. You know, people out here, it's a lot of stars. Look at Cordell Stewart. Cordell Stewart is now going to sue Andrew Caldwell. That's the dude who used to be gay, who said he's now delivered. He said, I don't like men's no more. Not I have been delivered. I've been delivered with a T, not an ED, but a damn T. Delivered. I don't like men's no more. Really? Cordell was suing that dude because that dude had alleged Cordell and him had like a gay sexual encounter. Cordell was like, you know what, I'm gonna sue you. How about that? I think he sued him for like 4.5 million. I did a video about it. But that's the thing, man. People go playing around on the internet and stuff like that, or doing these little interviews and stuff like that. They go and they say the wrong thing. Next thing you know, you're in court and they're like, I want millions. Because you can't just say stuff about people. It's one thing if you say, oh, so-and-so's an Illuminati, or they're like a space alien, reptilian, or something dumb like that. Then that's just like, you know, people blow that off as a joke, but when you say things that actually affect people's lives, like so and so is gay or so and so is committing adultery on their wife or husband, those things are actually damaging. Saying somebody's a reptilian, alien from planet Mars, I've never heard anybody get sued for something dumb like that, because it's like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, that's not damaging. It's like, it's laughable. It's so stupid. It's so silly. Oh, so-and-so's in the Illuminati. Can you prove that the Illuminati even exists at all? You know what I mean? Like, that's not really damaging. Like, everybody, we laugh at this stuff or ignore it. But stuff that can really hurt somebody's career, like saying somebody's a thief. Oh, they robbed so-and-so. You know how, like, people talk about Diddy, for example. Oh, Diddy done robbed all his artists, stuff like that. But the only thing is that with all them artists going crazy and people popping up broke, what is Diddy really going to say? You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have some sort of, what you're saying better have some sort of truth to it. If you're just making stuff up, like when people go around calling people gay and stuff, unless you can prove it, you might find yourself in court. Just going around slandering people. But anyways, the point is this. The way that Safaree handled the interview is the way you're supposed to handle it. Unlike somebody like Meek Mill, who talks too much, and of course, bitch ass Game. Game is the worst offender. Like, the Game is like the biggest bitch in the rap music industry. Like, I really don't like Game. He's so fucking lame. Like, he's just the worst. Just the biggest clown in hip hop. If he was with Nicki Minaj, could you imagine what the Game would have said? He would have fell for the bait. He would have. Stupid ass. But yeah, I'm really disappointed in Wendy Williams. Because if I ever interview Safaree, I would probably ask him 2 or 3 questions about Nicki Minaj maximum. They would be like creativity related questions about like how things went down in the studio as far as his creative process as a producer, collaborator, contributor. And I would keep it classy because his brand and the way that he carries himself isn't that trashy, combative, confrontational sort of thing. He's not into that. He's not into that negative energy. He's all about positive energy, positive vibes. So I would be asking him positive questions. I wouldn't even concentrate on negativity. I would not bring up Meek Mill the way that Wendy did. I wouldn't bring up all this foolishness. Like the way that she went about the interview was all wrong, and it bothers me because he has the coconut oil which sold out. She should have asked him about that. She should have asked him about them dope sunglasses that he has, the stunt gang jackets, all this merchandise that he has, and his plans as far as like going into the future, like what he's going to be doing business wise, whether or not he's going to be doing some movies or something like that. We would like to see him do some acting. When this album is going to finally come out so we can cop it. Who he's working with musically. Is there anything that we don't know business wise that he's doing? Like he might be coming out with a magazine. He might be coming out with damn Safaree Inc. magazine or something like that, and we don't even know about it. Like, there were so many questions that she should have been asking him, so many different directions that she could have taken that interview in. She could have asked him whether or not he was seeing anybody at the moment, what's going on with him, with children in the future. There's so many different types of questions. She could have asked him about his childhood, whether or not he was always musically inclined. There's so many different other things that she could have talked to him about. But the bulk of her interview with him was negativity. It was Nicki Minaj, Meek Mill, blah, blah, blah about Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. But it wasn't like, cool questions. But to see Safaree's so damn smart. He went and threw in there in the interview, oh, I'm not going to change up how I act in the show and be fighting and stuff like that, because that's not how I am off the show. So I'm not going to turn up, in a negative way on reality TV, which could be damaging to his brand, blah, blah, blah. Like, the way he handled it was real smooth. I'm telling you, this is why we love Safaree. That's my dude. But anyways, I'm proud of him because this is media 101 right here. As far as interviews are concerned, I don't know if somebody coached him or he just knows what not to do. But there's a certain way you have to handle interviews. And this is exactly why I don't do interviews. Well, part of the reason why is because these interviewers, they will ask you some crazy stuff and have you looking like a nutbag. And people will be like the headline tomorrow would be, because for example, she talked to Safaree about plastic surgery. Women getting plastic surgery. Safaree said, hey, it's your body, and if that's what you want to do because you want to make yourself feel good or whatever, if you're a woman whose breasts are sagging because you had a baby and you want to get a breast lifter or implants or something like that, then you know what I mean. Then I just think that's up to you if that's what you feel like you need to do to make yourself feel better about your appearance. In so many words, that's what he said. So many words. And you got to understand something. I think it's possible that Wendy thought that he was going to say something negative. Like, yeah, that fake, big booty, plastic, Barbie ass bitch nigga Minaj. Hell no, he didn't say anything stupid like that. We all know good and well Nicki has some work done. Yes. But is Nicki a dime? Yes. Was Nicki fine as hell before she had work done? Hell yeah, Nicki was. Come on now, she was bad as she snagged Safaree for 12 damn years. Come on now, Jesus. Nicki was a bad chick before and after the surgery. And thankfully he didn't fall for the bait and throw her under the bus like some people would have. They would have at least snuck a little catty, little sneaky little joke in there. But no, he just said, hey, if that's what you feel like you need to do to look good, I'm okay with it. What's he going to say anyway? He's been with Sophia Abadi. I think she had a butt work done. He's been with Nicki Minaj, or as I like to call my girl, Nicki Minaj ass, who's had some work done. Nicki Minaj has had some work done. He's been with a few girls who've had work done. Really good looking women too. Safaree doesn't mess with any ugly chicks. Right now he's with Star Divine. Yeah, that's the lady's name that he's with. I think she has some sort of work done. And she's another good looking woman. Model too. Real fine. But anyway, Safaree stays snagging a fine woman who has some work done. It is what it is, man. That's his name. And like them voluptuous women with the big boom pow booties, Well, hey, that's his thing. I personally prefer natural, but I'm not somebody who's gonna throw a woman who has some work under the bus, some work done under the bus. I'll tell you in a second that there's some dimes out here that have some things done, and Nicki is definitely a dime. Shoot, she's definitely mean 3.5 inches approved over here, Jesus. But anyways, shout out to Safaree. You slayed the interview with Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams is a freaking baiter, looking like a gator. That heifer thought that she had Safaree in her claws and her clutches, snatched up with her crusty feet. She thought that she was going to reel him in and have him looking and talking crazy. Hell no. Safaree's too smart for that. But anyway, as a Safaree fan, I'm friggin' proud. And I know all the other cool people are too. But this is all my opinion. What do I know? I'm merely an asshole with a microphone. I'm a huge Nicki Minaj fan, a huge Safaree fan. And Wendy Williams, not so much. I like her hustle. I like her drive. But that heifer gets on my nerves. And this is the reason why. Trying to bait my man Safaree to talking crazy in front of millions of people. Come on now. Heifer, try again. Try again. Aaliyah, try again. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more. Follow me on Twitter at Meat Magazine, Meat Magazine 7 on Google+, and Meat Magazine blog on Instagram.